Good day, everyone. Today, let's learn math. Our topic for this session is about laws of exponents. So we're going to discuss 8 laws of exponent in this video. First, what do we mean by an exponent? So an exponent is also called as powers or indices. It is also used to show repeated multiplication of a number by itself. So for example, 7 times 7 times 7. So 7 is multiplied by itself 3 times. So it can also be denoted as 7 cubed, where the cube is the exponent and then the 7 is the base. Product rule. So if the base are the same and then the exponents are not, we're going to keep the base and then add the exponents, which is the m and n. So x here is the real number and then the m and n is a positive integer. So here is the example in product rule. So the bases are identical. So as you can see that they have the same bases, which is 4. Therefore, to multiply identical bases, we have to add the exponents. So instead of multiplying 4 by itself 4 times or 3 times, like 4 times 4 times 4 times 4, 4 times 4 times 4, we will just going to add 4 and 3 since those are the exponents. So we will get 4 to the power of 7. And then we will multiply 4 by itself 7 times, so we will get the product of 16,384. So our next law or rule is the product to a power. So what if we have identical exponent but different bases? So as you can see that their bases are different and the exponents are identical. So what we're going to do here is we're going to multiply x and y, which is the bases, and then keep this exponent. So for example, 5 squared times 4 squared. So 5 and 4 are the bases. So as you can see, they are different. They are different, right? So we're going to multiply 5 2 times and then 4 by itself 2 times. So we have 5 times 5 times 4 times 4. So 5 times 5 is equal to 25 and then 4 times 4 is equal to 16. So when we're going to get the product of 25 times 16, we're going to have 400. But what if we're going to use the rule, which is the product to a power? So we're going to multiply the bases, which is the 5 and 4, and then keep the exponent, which is the 2. So 5 times 4 is equal to 20 squared, and then 20 squared is equal to 400. So as you can see that they have the same answer. So another example, 3 to the power of 4 times 2 to the power of 4. We will going to multiply the bases, which is 3 times 2 to the power of 4 is equal to 6 to the power of 4, and then we will multiply 6 by itself 4 times. So we have 6 times 6 times 6 times 6 is equal to 1,296. Quotient law. So we have x to the power of m over x to the power of n is equal to x to the power of m minus n. So in this rule, when dividing two powers with the same base, we're just going to subtract the exponent. So we have the example here. Find the value when 10 to the power of 5 is divided by 10 cubed. So we have 10 to the 5th over 10 cubed is equal to 10 to the power of 5 minus 3, since in this rule we're going to subtract the exponents. So we have the answer 10 squared. So two or more exponents, or when one exponent is raised to the other exponent, this is called power raised to a power rule. So if x is the base, the power raised to the x gives the product of the power raised to the base x. So as you can see that the base x gives an exponent m, and then m have the exponent n. So we're just going to multiply these exponent with, so we have x to the power of m times n. So this is what we call power raised to a power. So here is the example in power raised to a power rule. So we're going to express 8 cubed as a power with the base 2. So our goal here is to get a base 2 in the given 8 cube. So 2 times 2 times 2 is equal to 8. So that will be 2 cubed. And then we were going to substitute 2 cubed to the 8. So we have 2 cubed to the power of cube. So we have 2 to the power of 9 since we're going to multiply the exponents. So our next law is the quotient to a power. The fraction of two different bases with the same power is represented as x to the power of m over y to the power of m is equal to x over y to the power of m. So we were going to divide the bases since they have different bases and then keep the exponent. It is the same to the product to a power a while ago. So here is the example. So simplify the expression and find the value. So the given is 15 cubed to the power of 5 cubed. So 15 cubed to the power 15 cubed over 5 cubed is equal to 15 over 5 since we're going to divide the bases, and then we will keep the exponent which is 3. So 15 divided by 5 is 3. So we get the answer of 3 cubed, and then 3 cubed is equal to 27. Law 6 is the zero power. So when a power of any integer is 0, then its value is equal to 1. So this is the denoted as x to the power of 0 is equal to 1. So we have these examples. 5 to the power of 0 is 1, 10 to the power of 0 is 1. So for example, what is the value of 5 to the power of 0 plus 2 squared plus 4 to the power of 0 plus 7, 1? So we're going to simplify that. So our 5 to the power of 0 is equal to 1. 2 squared is equal to 4. 4 squared is equal to 1. And then 7 squared is equal to 7. So we were going to add that. So we'll get the sum of 13. So our next rule is about negative exponent rule. So according to this rule, if the exponent is negative, we can change the exponent into positive by writing the same value in the denominator and the numerator holds the value 1. So for example, find the value of 2 to the power of negative 2. So in order to change the exponent into a positive, we will going to put 2 to the power of negative 2 to the denominator, and then the sign will change. So it will become positive. And then the numerator has the value of 1. So we have 1 over 2 to the power of 2 or 2 squared. So we have to simplify that. So we have 1/4. In other words, we can say that if A is a non-zero number or non-zero rational number, we can say that x to the power of negative m is the reciprocal of x to the power of m. So our last rule will be fractional exponent rule. So here, x is called the base, and then m over n is the exponent, which is the fractional form. So thus, x to the power of m over n is said to be the nth root of the x. So we have here x to the power of n over n, and then we were going to have the nth root of x. So for example, simplify 4 to the power of 1/2. So solution. According to this rule, 4 to the power of 1/2 can be written as square root of 4. So as we all know that the square root of 4 is equal to 2. So therefore, 4 to the power of 1/2 is equal to 2, as the square root of 4 is 2. Here are the laws of exponents. So let's practice problem in law of exponent. So simplify the following expression using the laws of exponent on your own and write your answer in the comment box. So that's it for today's lesson. I hope that you learned something, and if you have some questions regarding to our session for today, you can comment below your questions. I'm Ninisha Naibona, your teacher for today.